In addition to the stunning scenery, there's history and heritage in the land. We stopped at a peat bog that tells a story. Until a generation ago, bogs like these, where organic matter is slowly working its way to becoming coal, were harvested to heat homes. So this is a peat spade.
Yep, so that's used for cutting the peats. And it's a task like chopping firewood. It's a matter of survival, really. Peat was really important for people historically in the Isle of Skye. So you would cut the peat from a bog like this, then you dry it out first, put it on the fire, and that lets off a sweet, smoky smell. It's used through the harsh winter, heats the home, provides a fuel source for cooking. It's used widely in the whisky industry, and I really love the smell of burning peat.
The fine little Skye Museum of Island Life explains how a typical Skye family lived back in the days when peat was vital to survival. So what is this?
So this is a crofting community, and it shows how people used to live in Skye. This was quite typical in the 1800s, and a croft is basically a small-scale farm, so small-scale subsistence farming. They didn't own the land, but they lived off the land and paid a rent as well.
So this is where the family gathered.
Yep, this is a typical household setting for 1800s Skye.
So the kitchen would have been where the action is?
Yeah, so they're all around the hearth. You've got the peat burning on the fire, and that's burning day and night. People gather around here, and they've got things to keep them amused, keep them entertained. They've got a Bible in the Gaelic language, because they spoke Gaelic here. They've got musical instruments, and that would give them some entertainment as well. People would get together and have a ceilidh. So a ceilidh is a get-together. They have a bit of a gossip, a bit of a drink, maybe some whiskey, and then that leads into playing some music, some dancing, and we still use the term ceilidh today.
So they'd gather around the peat fire, they've got their whiskey, they've got their bagpipe, their fiddle, and their accordion.
Yeah, what else do you need?
Neighbors.
Yeah.
Farm communities like this had to be self-sufficient. A blacksmith made all the tools, and clothing was woven from local wool.
The people here were self-sufficient to make their own clothes as well, and they basically could take the wool from their own sheep, they'll spin it into yarn, dye it, and then weave it into tweed on this loom. So the loom was kept very busy.
I hear the word tweed a lot when I'm in Scotland. What is that?
So tweed is basically a coarse woolen cloth, and very famous from this part of the world. The most famous really comes from the neighbouring island of Harris.
Oh, the Isle of Harris is just over there?
Yep, there's Harris.